Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing: single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk to Goeken about his plan for bourbon in retirement. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Bo Cumberland, Jim Goeken, and Wes Harden.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hello. Hey, we're going to be talking about Goeken and, when he retires, he's got a whole plan going on with bourbon. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, Beka said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, Beka?
Yeah, so, I feel like we've had a big year for, Aliens. The past year, 2024. Okay. We are now into 2025. And I want to know what your thoughts are, if we're finally going to actually get to see some aliens maybe this year, hang out with some aliens. Are you going to be friends with aliens if they show up? Are you going to be like alien hater if they show up? Do we think the aliens are finally going to appear this year, or do we still have to wait it out a little bit longer?
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't think the government is ever going to let you see an alien, and I think you're going to be reliant on the crazy whack job reporters that are reporting aliens today that you may or may not believe, or they could all be drones over New Jersey.
Yeah, maybe they are. All right,
I think if we're relying on the government to quote unquote show us aliens, that's not going to happen. It's the same reason they're not going to, even though they were supposed to have.
Will the aliens reveal themselves?
No. I'm with you. No. What I'm saying is, if the government will not open up any archives that say, look, here is this footage from 1964 where we captured this guy roaming the desert.
Right.
It's gonna have to be. It's going to have to be caught by people that are always on their phone, always on their tablet, always on something, right? Then they're going to have to, and there's been some of that, like some of the 2024 footage was from there. Some of it was from actual U.S. military aircraft, their dash cam footage and things like that.
Sure.
As far as, is there going to be an announcement where someone from the government comes out and unequivocally says, hey, this group of aliens, and we call them Bobs, are part of our everyday existence, and this is what we know about them? I don't know that that's going to happen. I think it's only a matter of time, assuming that any of this is true. Someone's going to whistleblow. Like, someone's going to be on their last leg and say, you know what? I've got all this information. I'm going to blow the whistle. I don't give a shit if the FBI comes in and pops me. I don't care what happens to me. People need to know what's really going on. I think maybe in 25 we have somebody step up and kind of let the truth out to a degree, but
I feel like those people would get killed when they do that.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's going to take someone who doesn't care, right? Like, I'm 70 something years old. I worked in Roswell from the 50s to the 80s. You know, like, I don't care. Like, I got a year to live. Here's all my info. The problem with it is they're going to use the discredit, smear job, and all that jazz. But I just think it's too easy for people to leak information. And even though a lot of that information can get caught quickly, and the government can force an Instagram or a Twitter or a Facebook or a whoever to pull it, or a website, they can shut that down. There's enough people searching for this stuff nonstop that can capture it, save it, and archive it to post it at a later date. I just think it's a matter of time for if there's something to come out. I think we're going to start seeing something.
Would you be friends with an alien, Wes?
Absolutely.
No, that's good. That's good.
I mean, well, that would depend. Like, if there's an alien trying to, get into my house and.
Yeah, not assuming he's a nice alien and he's just
like some creature.
He moves in next door and you're like,
moves in next door.
Someone's like, no aliens in our neighborhood, and you're like, dude, he's just an alien. Chill out.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with that.
Okay. You have a Roomba, so yeah.
I have a Roomba, so
robots and aliens are way different.
Maybe they can
it's the same thing. It's acceptance of something different. He could use that to his new alien friend to be like, look at this little guy.
Yeah, maybe
it's a friend of mine.
Yeah, maybe my new neighbor has incredible jumping power, and he can jump up and just clean out my gutters for me, and I don't have to get on a ladder, stuff like that.
Right.
Or maybe he just has really long arms.
Or something crazy like that. I'm good with it. No, I have no problem with that.
Okay. What if he just has a really long finger?
Well, that could be useful.
Okay, Bo. What about you?
This is my prediction. So I feel like they have been traveling for hundreds of years to get here to see what's going on, whether they want to inhabit this planet or not, and feel like now that they're here, they're starting to observe us and realize that this is like literally the trailer park of the universe, and so they're not interested. They're going to turn around and go somewhere else.
They're just going to go somewhere else,
especially if they landed in Tennessee.
They're gonna anywhere on this planet. They're going to say this is,
but especially Tennessee, right?
Yeah, these people they don't know what bathroom to use. They don't know,
Sure,
we're going somewhere else.
Yeah,
Wes is okay with an alien moving next door, but not somebody from Tennessee.
That's exactly right.
God forbid.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Not my goddamn neighborhood. Get those Tennesseans out of here.
That's right. That's exactly the goal.
Aliens. I don't have time for that nonsense. I don't.
Oh, an alien hater! I hope that you're listening right now.
I believe in aliens as much as I do Bigfoot and Santa Claus. So if all those are real, I'm good with it. If they're
He's a guy that gets both those fucking nicknames all the time.
He works for the government.
Yeah,
he's a plant. He works for the government. He's trying to convince us there's no aliens.
Why is it? There's certainly plenty of people that say they work for the government and leaking stuff and all that. Why is it everyone who comes forward with any sort of knowledge of these aliens is a fucking bumbling idiot? Why are they a person who can't physically even get a job? They're too dumb to even work. But why do the aliens gravitate towards the unemployed in the world? I don't understand. Why is it never like a CEO who's on there and be like, hey, I run Dow Chemical, and there's an alien that I saw driving home the other day. It's never somebody like that. It's like, oh man, that's a respectable person.
It's because
those people have something to lose, Steve.
No, it's because of what Bo said. Bo already said it. They're here studying the dumbest of the dumb to see if the planet's worth inhabiting. So the people that get abducted and go through all the tests are people from the hills and the hollers and all that crazy trailer park shit. Bo nailed it. He knows what's going on.
Bo knows. He's juiced in. So
maybe Bo's an alien.
Yeah. Well, so
he's also a fan of the Shocker. So
yeah. Beka, what do you think about all this? This is something that you think about actively?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I wish I had time to think about aliens.
The other morning, during the when there was a lot of I've seen a lot of stuff about the drones and stuff.
Sure.
And not that I was like, oh, the drones, or like I wasn't necessarily like, I was just seeing a lot of stuff online about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was during the same time that we were in that bracket challenge on Whiskey Lore's Instagram page.
Yes.
Royce woke me up at like 5:30 in the morning, and he goes, "We're losing," and I'm asleep, and I just get woken up to, "Rebecca, we're losing," and I'm like, "My God, the aliens have shown up, and they're killing all of us."
That's your go-to. That's your go-to. Becca goes and grabs a shotgun and just starts blasting in the house.
What the fuck? I was, out of my mind because I just woke up, so I didn't really know what the hell was going on.
Uh-huh.
I don't really know what's gonna happen. I'm a pretty large conspiracy theorist, although some may say that the conspiracies are not quite conspiracies at this point. So
Some?
yeah, some. But I just think it's pretty interesting with like a lot of the stuff that's going on, and if you like dive into some different things with the alien stuff, and like, did they live on Earth the entire time? They've just been in the water, which I think is a really interesting thing. It's like, so are they even aliens? Not really. They're just like, they live underwater. Do I think they're gonna come out this year? Hang out? I don't know. They probably want to get the hell out of here, like Bo said. They're like, these people are absolutely fucking nuts. They're all gonna kill each other. So I would say, if anything, they're just gonna like take off.
Like Canadians?
Not deal with us anymore. But I mean, I'd be chill with an alien. I don't really have a problem with an alien as long as they speak English. God dang it!
You're in this country. Speak English.
You're in this country. You're gonna speak goddamn American.
You're gonna drink bourbon and speak English.
Exactly. So yeah, aliens. I'm cool with aliens. Just so aliens know, cool with aliens. No problem. Super cool with aliens. Just don't probe me, please. Do they come out?
It's amazing how nice Becca is to robots and aliens. People that love this woman, that care about her, she treats like shit. I'm nice as can be to this person, and she yells at me all the time.
Treat them like dirt, and they stick to you like mud.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think that mostly what'll happen is like the government's gonna do some sort of thing where they try to scare us with aliens, which they kind of try and do like every year, sort of. But it's usually them trying to hide like some sort of government bill they're trying to pass anyways. Whenever they're showing, quote unquote, showing us the aliens. So
it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any conspiracy theory I'm fascinated by, not because of the conspiracy theory itself. I think all that's a bunch of crap. But the people that are into this stuff, it just fascinates me. How do you even have a life, some of the stuff they come up with? There's one guy that works for a woman that comes in the store all the time. She's telling me the stuff that he's saying. It's all this crazy-ass shit about there's getting ready to be the super earthquake that's set by the government, and it's all this. The Corps of Army Engineers has a map where I live, kind of the middle of the country, it's all gone. It's not even on there. And this guy knows this. He's in. Why does he still live there? He's got a family and stuff. You think he'd be like, oh, I'm going to go to the East Coast. I'm heading to Florida or wherever. He's seen the map. Why would he still be living in a place? Is he like, oh, this job just pays too well? I guess I'll go down with it. I don't understand. I don't know. And then his whole thing is because the government, all these high-end people, they want us all dead. No, they don't. They want us all living and working jobs and basically supporting their shitty lifestyles that they've got based on our backs. They don't want us all gone. They want us all working. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what your government wants. They are unified on that. No doubt.
It's true. I also think that sometimes we give the government a little bit too much credit because, frankly, they're pretty bad at their jobs mostly. So, like, would they be good at, like, just like you're telling me, like, one particular sector's actually good at their job? Like, come on.
You seriously think that they've been able to keep this secret for 65 years? Right. I'm not buying it.
Right. Yeah. Well, on that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start this time with Bo Cumberland. Bo Cumberland, what do you got, man?
I'm going to go with a bottle of Whiskey Thief. It's a single barrel that I got from there a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. All right, Goeken, you're next.
I have a bottle of Old Louisville Rye from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Nice. That was a good one.
That was a cannon on this end.
I don't know about a cannon, but it was solid. And you stuck the landing. It was clean. It was good. Other than some slight crinkling, it was excellent. All right, Beka, you're next.
I have got. Let's see which one. This one. I'm gonna do Hidden Barn, our cherry picker batch.
Okay. Okay. Solid. Very good. Not quite as good as Jim's. Jim still has the lead. Wes, you're next.
I got another screw job here. I got a 91 Makers VIP.
Okay. That's a lot of VIP-ness. All right. I've got Boxing Bear number 1 here. Let's see what we got here. I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Jim, but let's see. Still playing the game. No. Nothing there. Nothing going on. Jim, you win, buddy.
Nice.
Rigged.
Jim?
Cheers.
Cheers.
On your show.
Cheers.
Look at that.
How nice is that? How nice is that? All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, Goken's going to be filling us in on his retirement plans and how bourbon plays into this. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
I'm Ryan Thompson, and I am a billionaire, and KK will get none of my whiskey, and I enjoy my single malt scotch. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily. Pendleton, where's my caviar?
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking to Jim Goeken about his retirement plans.
Yes, we are. I've known Goeken for a long time, probably longer than anybody else on this podcast. I've known some people on this podcast for a long time. But I've known Goeken for a long time. Probably better friends with him now than ever. Before he was just kind of on the periphery, a friend of a guy who knew Jim Fosnot better than he knew me, but he'd come to some of my classes and stuff like that, so I knew him. And the plan always was, when he retires, he's just going to be in an RV full time. But this has evolved a little bit, and because I always heard that you're going to have to, he's always buying, and at some point when he retires, he's got to pare down the collection and all this because he's only got so much room. He's going to be in an RV full time. So this has evolved now. So tell us what the plans are as we talk about this. We're late December 2024. Obviously, the show drops in early 2025. So where are we at, Jim?
Well, we are evolving. We have decided that maybe full-time on the road is not where we want to be. Mm-hmm. Everybody that we watched during COVID has pretty much all of them have bought a home base somewhere to have a place to bug out if gets crazy again, but a place to come off the road for surgeries, health reasons,
sure,
family get-togethers, all that kind of thing. So we're thinking that we're going to keep a home base, and we're going to keep our current home for at least the first year that we are retired, and maybe go on the road for 3 months, come back for a couple 3 weeks, then go out for another 3 months or 4 months, and then come back for 2 or 3 weeks, and have a regenerative cycle at home, and maybe hit doctors and all that kind of stuff, and get more bottles. I still do only have so much room in the RV for bottles. I can probably get about 20 bottles, I'm guessing, in my cabinet. So
that's a fraction of your total collection. So
yeah, but it's I can rotate, and just because I'm only going to come home for 3 weeks doesn't mean that I won't be in a position to stop by and pick more bottles up. Mm-hmm. As I'm going from, one part of the country to the other.
Right.
And I plan on spending 3 months in the South in the wintertime. So that's, I would be able to take some extra boxes with me for a big excursion like that, I think. So,
yeah. It sounds great, right? No, I mean, nobody wants to be. Who really wants to be in winter?
No.
In the winter. I don't know. I want to be where it's warm. Well.
Yeah, my in-laws have a place in South Texas, like halfway between Brownsville and McAllen, which is considered the middle of the Rio Grande Valley, and it's beautiful weather down there. So we're planning on spending January, February, March of 26 will be our first winter down there, and see how things go, and then hit the big national park scene. We've got several places we're wanting to go, but I don't think I'm going to quit buying bourbon if that's that's not
is your retirement happen. As we talk about the retirement show here, is your plans to hit a bunch of distilleries as you're out and about? Is that going to be a thing as you're traveling through Colorado, you hit some there, or Montana,
yes.
You're going to the distilleries in Montana, that type of thing? Is that part of the retirement?
Absolutely. That's we try to go now, but it's for timing purposes. Kentucky is close enough that you can go there for a long weekend.
Concise too, yeah. They're all there together.
Yeah. But yeah, Colorado and Wyoming, Utah area is a big bucket list area for us to spend several months in. So definitely plan on hitting the places out there, and then. Texas has got some places that we want to go. Definitely want to hit Detlings in Alabama,
right?
And then wherever else we can come across it. That's one of the first things we always look at when we're on a 2-week trip is what are breweries in the area, what are distilleries in the area, wineries in the area that we can go visit, because we both like to visit those places and support the local.
So you did say it's not set in stone yet either. So
No.
it could be a year on the road, and then you're like, you know what, we do want to be on the road full time. What happens to the bourbon collection at that point? Is it dropped off at your son's house or something to hold, and you can draw your bottles from there? What are you doing? Are you like going to sell it all off? What would happen with what you have right now, knowing that you can only carry approximately 20 bottles?
I don't think there would be any selling off at that point. I don't. There's no plans for any storage units, but if we did decide we were going to go full time and did sell, the house and everything, yeah, my oldest has got enough space that he could hold it for me.
Okay.
And he wouldn't drink all of it, so I'd have to give him a corner of the
Right.
of the collection and say, okay, you can drink out of these, but not these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and when do we think this retirement's going to happen? When is it set yet, or is that up in the air too?
It's a little bit up in the air, but I did end of the year I had goal setting with my performance manager at work, and I said, one of my goals is that next year around November I don't want to work 40 hours a week anymore. I would be interested in working 20 hours a week. But I want to do it from anywhere in the world. And he seemed like, I think that would be great. We'd love to have you do that.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's perfection. You might be able to have some income still coming in and able to do things on the road. So, yeah.
And insurance. Insurance is the big thing.
Insurance is the big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
How old are you, Jim, if you don't mind me asking?
I will turn 60 in 2025.
So, yeah, you got 5 more years.
Yeah. And my wife retires in May, and she is only 55, and she can't get her retirement insurance until she's 60.
Okay.
So
that next 5 years would be big. I would get you to Medicare.
Yeah.
It would get her to where she can get her teacher pension.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be big for you.
So even if I worked a year part time and just banked all that money, that's
Right.
money that I was not going to have a job at all and pay for insurance. So if I can, get a job and get insurance for a year, that I could save up enough money probably to pay for insurance for the next 4 years.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think by then you may have a robot overlord who may employ you for whatever hours you choose?
My work, I could be replaced by AI probably at that point.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Jim about retirement and bourbon, all that kind of stuff?
What bottles are you or what bottles or which brands are you going to be bringing with you in the camper?
Ooh. That's a really good question. I don't know. I always try to have a theme when I go camping and take like all rye or all bourbon or all one distillery with me for a weekend trip for the guys that are there, but I don't know. I have the most of Yellowstone and Neely are the two biggest ones that I have. So I would probably, I don't know, I wouldn't want to take all of one thing. So I would spread it out. I would take, bottles from across the board, some of everything, some rye, some bourbon, some single malts. I don't think that's the hardest thing is figuring out what to take.
Are you going to bring any other types of alcohol?
Well, I have cream liqueurs that I put in my coffee in the morning. But that's...
You can keep that in the fridge. That doesn't count on your storage.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That's right. That goes on the fridge door.
Right.
Once it's opened, pre-opening. I don't drink anything else. The wife drinks gin.
Oh.
So probably have to have some bottles of gin for her.
Right.
Although she drinks non-alcoholic gin now, which is just horrible tasting. It's terrible.
Wow. So, last question I got for you is, how do you get into that mode? And you don't know yet, so this is something that you don't know. You're going to have to surmise here, because you're a guy. You come in the shop and you buy what you like. You don't need any bottles. You probably got plenty of bottles, like all of us, that we would maybe never even need to buy a bottle again, the way things are. But you buy what you like. You taste something, you buy that. How are you going to get into that mode where it's like, I've got limited space, no matter what the situation is? How do you transition from buying absolutely everything you like versus you might like something a lot, but it's like, do I get that or not? I don't know. How does that happen? Or the wife just gives you the stink eye to get you from buying it?
Well, I think the first few months I'm not going to be buying anything because I'll be gone. So when I'm maybe like if I go to Colorado and I hit Lenny's place up and I hit Art of the Spirits up, I can pick some stuff up there. But we would always be coming, well, at least the first year, having our home base here still, we would still be coming back frequently enough that I could come into the shop and be able to pick up the stuff that I like. But
would you be watching like the newsletters and be like, oh man, this is amazing, here's the latest dark arts, you got to have that one? Would you be like, oh, I got to call in and get this one?
Yeah, I probably would be, because I made a deal with her a while back that I wouldn't buy anything anywhere else for the time being, other than distilleries. That's always if we go to Kentucky and there's something in the gift shop and I want to buy it, then I can buy that. But I don't go to liquor stores looking for anything anymore. I get plenty of stuff at the shop that I don't need to go looking for more.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds solid.
Yeah, so I will still keep you in business, Steve. Don't worry.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Still keep pulling my number every time something comes in, and I might have a bigger box than Katie at some point.
Yeah, there you go. So the judge, you'll have more up there, sitting up front. We may have to get a third shelf installed. So with Goeken traveling now, so we'll have to look into that. We'll get that measured out tomorrow. All right.
You're gonna have to like give me a list from I'll have to give you my route, tell you where I'm going,
right,
and then you can tell me what I need to go see.
Yeah,
because I don't know all the places and people that you know.
This is true. Or sometimes you could help me out. You could, if I'm like, hey, I heard about this one in this area, I don't know anything about them. Give me a bottle of it. Let's see if it lives up to what people are telling me.
Yeah. I could maybe make a living. Maybe we get a small salary, a stipend or something from the shop.
Yes, that'll be your new gig.
Yeah.
There you go. No insurance though. So
no.
All right. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook at Jim Goeken.
All right, Bo.
I'm on social media under Bourbon Sasquatch and also under my journey through the American spirits.
All right, Wes.
Instagram, Bourbon_Wes.
Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We put all of our previous shows, blogs, movie work, anything we do at abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop. We've always got events going on. You never know what's happening there unless you check us out online and look at the classes and event schedule over at abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri, or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.